Hi, good afternoon. So, coming on today to talk to you about income stability. Income stability, I can't even speak, and why you might be seeing income stability and what you can do about it. So, it's going to be a quick live, not going to be like any more than 30 minutes maximum. So, yeah, I'll just quickly introduce myself. Oh my God, the light is like shining through the window. I thought I closed the blinds, but clearly didn't close them all the way. So I'm Beth Davis, for any new followers or anyone who doesn't know me. I am a multiple business owner and a business coach, and I help mostly mums in business, not always mums, but mostly like family passionate women, help them take their business to like a new level where they can really get some like freedom, time back, and just all that flexibility. So I help them grow their business without like sacrificing their time. So like more money, less working hours. So that's like me in a nutshell. So today I want to speak to you about this one sort of thing that is something I get a lot of like questions around. So I get a lot of my clients come to me, and one of the like biggest sort of pain point, one of the biggest issues they have is income stability. And I see this a lot in business, where people tend to like fluctuate with their income, which is great, isn't it? Like when, you know, it's great when your income is like really high, but it's not great when it like dips low. So, and usually it's because of the business model you have. So I'm going to talk you through like what it is you can do to stop that, because we all need like security and stability when it comes to our income, and we don't want to be like in that panic mode where you feel like 1 month you're like doing really well, you feel rich as anything, like splashing out, and then another month you're just completely counting all the pennies, trying to like see if you can cover all your bills. And this is something I speak a lot about with clients, because it tends to be quite a common issue when it comes to businesses, is that fluctuating. That fluctuating. Oh, hang on, let me check the comments box up because I can't see. Okay. So yeah, that's what I'm going to talk about today. And it is a big problem when it comes to business owners. And I think it's definitely to do with that model that people have. Like, you know, one of the things I get asked a lot of the time when I start, especially when I start working with like new people, is one of the main things people say they want is like stability when it comes to their income. Like, it's not stable. They'll have some months which are really good, and then other months where they just scrape and by. And you'll be surprised, like if that sounds like, you'll be surprised how common that is. So first of all, just know that you're not on your own. Like, that is really common. And this is why it's so important to have like multiple smart income streams, especially those ones for safety nets. And we're going to go into that in more. I'm doing a masterclass on this in December. Did I come up with a date for that? I think it's Monday the 20th, but you can check out the events pages on my coaching page, and you'll see on Facebook, and you'll see the details for that, where we go in deeper on multiple income streams. But like, there's a couple of other things you can do as well to make sure that you're not in that like you know, dipping into that like that scarcity mode where you're sort of not comfortable. Is something that a lot of people experience in business. And it's like I said, if you're feeling a bit like that, just know you're not on your own. There's a hell of a lot of business owners. Like, I would say the majority of business owners kind of work in that way, where they, if they are not working, or if they take the foot off the pedal, that it shows in their income And the thing is, like, when it comes to making money, you've got to think of it in this way. Like, when it comes to a business and making money, you have to have those paying clients. And also you need to have new leads coming in all the time, so that when your current sort of revenues like worn out or exhausted, you've got other fresh means of income. And what a lot of people do, they get into this business model where they are doing a lot of it themselves. And it's all about automation. And I'm going to speak to you a little bit more about that on this session. But what happens is a lot of people will get into this sort of business model where they go out, find all the leads, find all the people that they could sell to. And then the next step is they start working with them and selling to them. So they make the money and then they start like doing that. And the thing is, because they're so busy then working in their business, doing that stuff, they're not doing the other stuff, bringing all fresh leads in. And then it's like you've done your job, finished off, and then it's on to the next. And it's like, okay, I need to find new leads again now. So it's like that up and down pattern. And this is like really, really common in business. But it doesn't need to be that way. And that's why I really want to talk about this today. Like there are things you can set up to have automated new leads coming in so that like you can spend your time focusing on them when they're already hot, ready for you to sell to them. And the first thing I would tell you to like start thinking about is building a sales funnel. So there's all kinds of different funnels, but keep it as simple as you can. And like the first kind of basic funnel you want to have set up is to bring in new leads. So you might have heard people talk of freebie opt-ins. Maybe you've got them, but you don't use them, or you feel like, well, I've done an opt-in, a funnel, a freebie opt-in, but it just doesn't seem to work. So like I see this a lot as well, where people will say like, oh, I spent all this time, I paid someone even to set up my funnel with a freebie opt-in. I created like a lead magnet, and then, when they sign up for that, they'll come on my email list, but it's really, really slow. No one comes through it. So like the thing to remember here is you have to like put that in front of people, because a lot of people as well will like build. So first of all, for anyone who doesn't know what a funnel is, let's backtrack a little bit. For anyone who doesn't know what a funnel is, like a sales funnel is something you can put in front of people. It's like an automated system. So this takes pressure off you going out there. Like usually when it comes to getting sales, you go out there and find the leads, don't you? Maybe in the wedding industry, you go to, or any kind of like crafts industry, anything like that. Maybe you go to fairs or wedding fairs, markets, like all these different things. Perhaps you set up a stall and then you get a load of leads that way. Or maybe like, in the online space, perhaps you go to networking events, or maybe you speak on a few stages, or maybe you just do like social media content. Maybe you use SEO with a website and bring in leads that way. So like there's all different things you could be doing to bring in those leads in. Maybe it's actually reaching out to people through DMs and things like that. There's so many different kind of ways you can get those leads in. But the majority of them take your work. They take your time and effort to go out there, find those leads that could be a good fit, and then like building those relationships with them. It takes you getting out there and doing it. So like when it comes to a sales funnel, what that does, it takes out a chunk of the work. So if you're going to use that sales funnel, what happens is, so to explain what it is, and I know a lot of you in my audience will already know, but there will be some as well, newbies or kind of new to this kind of online marketing who might not know. So I'll just briefly explain it. So you have like a freebie opt-in, and this needs to be something that's like digital possibly, and something that doesn't take your time or like actual cost attached to it. So something that can be repurposed. So it could be like a PDF guide, or like an interactive quiz, or like a video, or like anything like that they can just kind of, multiple people can sign up and watch it, or download it, or whatever it is. But it needs to be something that's going to help them. So it needs to be like that shiny object kind of thing. It needs to be something that people need. Your ideal client, your target audience needs. And what that does is it like gives them like that, oh, look at this. They sign up. To receive that, they sign up to your email list. Once they're on your email list, that's where you can nurture them and set up automated emails to send out to them every day, and then maybe every month, because this is a whole automated process for them to get to know you. So in those emails, there might be like a little video of you, like giving them a little, hi, I'm so-and-so, this is what I do, and this is how I can help you. I've got like some free resources you can use. So you're like warming them up and nurturing them automatically, because you've set it all up and it does that automatically. So when it comes to you actually having that interaction with them yourself, they're already warm to you. They already know you. They already got an idea. And if they're still stuck around, then they're warm, rather than you having to physically do that warming and relationship building yourself. So this takes a massive chunk out of that work. And what this does when you can do something like that is have that time back. So like one of the biggest reasons why people's income fluctuates is because when they're busy working with their clients, so they've sold a shitload of whatever it is they're selling, and then they're busy as hell working with those people that they've sold to, the thing is, like, you're not doing the things then to bring fresh new leads in. So then when you've done what you've done and you're like, oh shit, the money's run out, I need to make more money, and you need to get out, and it's like rinse and repeat like that. So what you need to do is have more automated systems so that you're still bringing those leads in and warming them up without you having to physically do it. So that's the whole idea of it. So this is just like one of the base things you can do. There's lots of different things you can do to automate your systems and your business models. This is one of the basic things to do. Now, you might have heard lots of people say as well, I set up a funnel and I put a freebie opt-in out there, but it just gets no traction. No one seems to want it. It just must be the wrong thing. And the thing is, like, a lot of people will create loads of different freebie opt-ins, waste a lot of their time, when in fact, the one freebie opt-in was perfect. It could be like one of two things. Like, sometimes is that you're actually not putting it out there like you think you should be putting it out there. Or it might just be like a simple thing as in like the wording on the messaging to it is not like appealing enough. The thing that what it is could be like really what they need, but if you don't sell that to them in a way that they need it, they're not going to see the use of it. So they need to know that this is going to be useful to them. So always think with your content and your messaging around these things, what exactly is it that they need? What's the solution they're looking for? Like, once you can pin down that pain point, the struggle, and the solution they're looking for, that's exactly what you tell them that they need to get, they're going to get, you know? So that it's really important, like the way you word it. And then, like, where are you showcasing this? Because if it's something you've created and then you've just put it on your website, or you've just stuck it somewhere and then done nothing with it, you know, people might not be seeing that. So it's like, if you consistently write blogs, or if you consistently do social media posts, make it part of your strategy to be directing people to this. So like, every time you go live, put a call to action at the end of it saying, like, and if you haven't downloaded my freebie or seen it, go and check it out. You can even put like the links or like things to it on, like if you've got posters or pamphlets or business cards or anything like that, flyers, like put it on there so that you're giving people a call to action. It's like everything should be like aimed towards that. And an even better way to get traffic behind it, to really get volume with complete automation, so that you're not having to like put this out everywhere, is to put ads behind it, targeted ads, because then you're literally completely automating that system of putting it in front of the people you need to put it in front of, warming them up, and then when they are hot, that's when you start interacting with them personally. It takes off like a huge amount of work from you. And that means that you can be constantly and continuously working with hot leads when they're ready to buy from you. So you're only ever interacting with the ones who've already warmed up to you and ready to buy, and the ones who've bought. So that means that your time is best spent doing the things you need to be doing, and the other stuff is automated. So like, yeah, that's basically what you need to do. It's all about the business model and the smart things that you can set up around you to make sure that you've not got fluctuating income. And the thing is, like, you know, if you haven't got that ad spend to be able to like make it completely automated, a funnel will still really help, because it's taken out the massive part of that nurture and warm-up process, because you're taking them through that. So then the only thing you need to do is put it in front of people. So, you know, and you can do that, like make sure that all of your links, all your bios, everything that you've got, all these social media platforms, you can have a pop-up like on your website. Everything needs, like, all roads need to lead to it, basically. Everything you do needs to lead to that, so that they can come through that funnel. They can get that automated sequence of different emails, warming them up, telling them what they need to know, so that they become to that place where they are fully nurtured and they've built that relationship with you, like, because they've already got to know you, and they've done that automatically. They've seen some video snippets, they've seen some case studies or reviews or testimonials, so they know that, you know, you're credible. Like, take them through that journey. So like, when you normally work with someone like on a one-to-one basis, and you find your leads and you warm them up and nurture them to the point where you know they're ready to sell to, think about that and put it into a funnel. put it into an email sequence, you know? And then that's how you're kind of taking that automation away from you. So it's like one less thing for you to do. So then you can focus on working with the clients and also just putting that funnel in front of prospective clients, you know? You're taking out that middle part. And like I said, to automate it even more is if you can get a bit of ad budget behind it to put in front of the targeted audience as well. That's going to really bring that volume of traffic through your funnel, taking away that first step as well. When it comes to selling anything, like you always got to think of these 3 stages. The first stage is finding the leads, like finding your target audience and getting in front of them. The second part of it is nurturing and warming those leads. So once you've found them and you've got them like, you know, in a relationship with you, whether it's through your social media pages, whether it's a one-on-one thing, whatever your sales process is, it's the same concept. You find your target audience, you get in front of them, and then you warm and build that relationship up. You like really like nurture them to a point where you know, right, they're ready now, I can sell to them. And that's like the third process when you're actually working with them and then retaining them and all that kind of stuff. So what you need to think of is like these 3 processes need to be happening all the time. And this is where people struggle, because when you think of like a day-to-day or year-to-year life, we don't run on all cylinders at all time. Like that's not realistic. It's not within us to be performing 100% all the time. Like we have our days, we have our months where we are like this because we cannot be high vibe all the time. It's natural and it's completely normal for us to have our slow times, our down times, and our like times where we're like 100 miles an hour, you know, go, go, go. And that's totally normal. And we've all got our own patterns like that. It's not sustainable for anyone to be go, go, go 100% of the time, like 24 hours, 7 days a week. It's not possible. So, you know, to be able to maintain those 3 key elements of business, the leads, the nurture, and the sale, like you have to have them all going, all 3 clocks like turning all the time. And like I said, it's not sustainable. Like we as humans cannot function like that all the time. So obviously, if it's just you, man, all 3 parts, the leads, the nurture, and the sale, like it's going to burn out, isn't it? You can't maintain that all the time. So when you dip, one of these is going to dip. And when one of those 3 dip, your sales and your income dips. So like what you need to do is find smart ways of automating parts of it. And if you can automate the middle part of it, so like the nurture part of it, by having an email sequence or something go in, then that takes off a little bit of the strain. If you can automate the beginning part of it by putting a little budget between, you know, to ads or something to get those leads in automated, that takes off another little bit of strain for you. So it's about finding these practices. And that is it for today. Yeah, so hope that was really, really useful. Like I said, there is going to be a masterclass coming up to go into more about like the different kind of multiple income streams you can have as well, because this is another way to have like smart sort of tools in your business. It means that if one income stream kind of falters or falls or something happens to it, you've got the other ones to fall back on. But it's about multiple smart income streams. It's really, really important. So I'll have a masterclass coming up. I think the date that I put in for is Monday the 20th of December. So I'll double check that. And like I said, it'll be going into the events tab and everything. So watch out for that, because I'll go into this in more detail with other different smart ways of working to make sure you have that consistent income and not like the fluctuating way, like that instability where it like dips. So it's really, really important that we have that, because otherwise like you end up working through like scarcity and desperation, thinking, oh my God, I need to like get this amount in. So like, you know, it can be easily avoided with many different kind of tools and tactics. Today is like one of the things that you can sort of start thinking about. And the multiple income streams is another as well. So we'll talk about that on the masterclass. But yeah, if there's actually as well a really good point for you. If there is anyone who doesn't know much about funnels or how to set one up, I do actually have a freebie opt-in of how to create a funnel. So not only will it guide you through creating a funnel, you'll actually be in my funnel, so you'll see it in practice as well. And you can get your hands on that on my website, amongst other freebies. So it's on coachingbybeth.co.uk/freebies, and there's a funnel freebie in there. So that would be really useful for anyone who's not got a funnel set up or doesn't know how to set one up. That's going to be a good place for you to go and check one out. And like I said, there's other freebies on there as well. I'm gonna love you and leave you, and I will catch you all later. Bye.